A reflection on the proclamation given to the shepherds on the hillside from Luke chapter 2, verses 8 to 12. Think back to your own childhood. Were you ever cast as one of the shepherds in the school nativity play? Well, forget the tea-towel headdress and the striped dressing gown and the doting grandmas in the audience. Shepherds in Jesus' day were considered dirty, rough and untrustworthy. These views were founded on the work they did, which was tough, poorly paid, and kept them far off in the hillside for weeks at a time, out of the way of upright citizens. On their rare visits to towns, shepherds were shunned. People didn't want to be seen with them. They were regarded as second-class citizens by everyone. So why do they even appear in the Christmas story? Well, perhaps the key is in verse 10. The angel says, "I bring you good news that will cause great joy to all people." The good news was intended for everyone, not just the pious Jews. The Messiah's birth was announced first to the shepherds, precisely because he would grow up and live amongst and minister to people just like them, the poor, the outcasts, the vulnerable. Not only was the news of the Messiah's birth proclaimed first to the shepherds, it was the shepherds who rushed to Bethlehem to worship him first. And where do they look for him? Well, in the only place they will be familiar with, a stable area with a manger, a trough for feeding animals, a makeshift cradle reflecting the humility of the Messiah. I wonder if we sometimes feel like the shepherds, perhaps overlooked by others, but somehow confident that God knows our true worth and has plans to use it. Are we, like the shepherds, courageous enough to confront our fears and faithful enough to go out and proclaim the message of God's love this Christmas, whatever people might think?